Hello and thanks for joining us at the Asprey. You're watching Meandmygolf TV, the very best in online instruction. I'm Piers Ward.
And I'm Andy Proudman, and today we're going to be showing you how to take your practice onto the golf course. Let's take charge of your game. Okay, so it's another beautiful day here at the Asprey. The weather's been good the last couple of weeks, been very lucky. Let's hope it lasts for a little bit longer for us. We've got a question today from Patrick Freeson through Facebook. And Patrick has watched a few of our videos, but he said he's struggling to take some of the changes, what he's making on the range, to the golf course. So he's finding that he's sort of reverting back to his old swing on the golf course and struggling to implement the changes. So common thing we see a lot of, Pierce, and very difficult thing to do if you haven't got a plan to do it on the golf course. And I think the majority of people who are watching this video today, you will have something that you're working on in your golf swing, whether it's a backswing, a downswing, or grip, or setup, you'll have something that you're working on. So it's important to know how to introduce it into the golf swing or into the course play, but also still play golf and actually sort of keep the score going and keep on improving, Piers.
That's the objective when you're on the course.
You know, we don't want to be changing too many things on the golf course that we lose sight of what we're doing. So we're going to hopefully help you, Patrick, today and give you a way to implement those changes on the golf course, but still focus on what you need to do in hand. And that's sort of more to do with the pre-shot routine, Piers, isn't it? And
definitely.
We work a lot of this with our students, and sometimes that's all we say to focus on the golf course is pre-shot routine, because it helps them prepare and play the course better.
Definite distinction between practice area where you're working at changes, whereas golf course, should I say, sorry, you are there to play golf. You're there to put the ball in the hole in the fewest amount of shots. That's the best way to play golf. That's what's going to get you to win or just enjoy yourself the most. It's very difficult to do that if you're standing over the golf ball, working at lots of different swing thoughts and getting in your own way almost.
Yeah.
And the pre-shot routine allows you to get out of your own way. So, yeah.
Okay, so let's just quick example, Pierce, of again what you said there. People getting what do we see a lot of people do? They're working on the range, they're working on backswing or technique. They get over the golf ball. What sort of things do we see?
So, you know what, we should see all sorts of pre-shot routines. We do quite a few playing lessons as well. So we get guys who we've been working at technique with them, and then we take them onto the golf course. And then, as you said, they find it hard to get this transfer. So I had one a couple of weeks ago where the person thought, right, okay, they knew they had to hit driver, so they picked out where they wanted to hit it on the fairway pretty much, and they got over the ball. They had a look where they were aiming once, and then they spent about 15 seconds working at what I'd been telling him to do in his backswing. So he spent all of his time looking over here. Now target is over here, the golf ball's going that way, and all the time was spent looking at the backswing like so. And even on some shots, didn't even then, when ready to hit it, look back at the target. So this is what we'll see. We'll see people, you know, work at their backswing, work at that there. You can obviously see that they're not focusing on what's going on with the target.
Yeah, I think so many golfers lose sight of what they're trying to do and hit that target. They don't even pick a target sometimes. They know the fairway's there, but they're so focused on changes they're making in the swing, they lose sight of that.
Yeah.
So let's go through then a very simple thing that we use with our clients that really, hopefully you can sort of implement into your game, that will help break up the difference between practice and play and get you ready for the golf course, ready, Pierce. So do you want to take through it?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. So the way we like to do this is we break it into stages. So first thing you will do is you'll get your strategy and plan sorted. That's the first thing you'll do. So strategy and plan is sorted. That's obviously what's the wind doing, what club do I need, how far is the shot, what's the ground conditions, all of that. We're not going to talk any more about that. But the next thing, if you want to work at anything on the golf swing, it will be done over here, so away from the golf ball. So if we get a line drawn in here now, so this is the think side. So we're going to call this the think side, and this is where you can maybe work at one little swing thought or one swing key just to remind you what you're doing. But this is where you have your practice swing and get yourself flowing, get yourself ready to hit. So you've done your plan. This is where you think about maybe a little thing in the golf swing. But then as soon as you move into the golf ball, as soon as you cross over that line into the play side, so we've got the play side here, then you're in golf shot mode. So this is all about putting your ball into the target, not looking at your backswing. It's about looking at your target.
So it's okay to think the technical thoughts. We're saying, look, obviously we're working at changes, and you'll see the top tour pros, they'll be behind the golf ball, programming the feelings almost of what they want to change. But they'll do that, and then they'll say, right, what do I need to do? They'll stand behind, look at the job in hand, and really get into the shot. And that helps them then say, right, well, I've done that. I can't change my golf swing now. I can only let it flow. What is going to happen, and what I've learned over the weeks of practice. And really, it is all about, that you said there, getting at your own way and getting over the golf ball, focusing on the target and letting it happen, not really thinking about your right knee position or your arm position or your wrist position, because it becomes very difficult.
Not really going to help, you know, unless you hit hundreds of balls a day, you might be able to get away with it. So some tour pros will think of that still. You know, Justin Rose we spoke about in previous videos, you know, he has got a lot of swing thoughts which help him, but he hits hundreds of balls a day and he can then sort of take that into the shot, and he's still very focused on what's going out in front of him. Yeah, obviously. Definitely.
Okay, so let's put that into practice, please. Okay, let's do your routine in terms of what you do behind the line and then cross over and then go.
Absolutely. Okay, so what obviously I've done my strategy, I've done my plan. I know where I'm going to hit my driver here on the 10th, hopefully. I know where I'm going to hit my driver here on the 10th at the Asprey. So I'm going to come into here now. Now my main thought would be, actually my main swing thought at the moment is actually a down swing thought. So I'm going to have a little play with that in my down swing, in my practice swing. So from here, practice swing. There's my shallow down swing, as it helps. I'll have one practice swing, and I change this around a little bit, but I'll have one practice swing, and then I will come into the shot, and I'm going to aim and pick my target of where I want to hit the golf ball. So I've got my target point out in front, and then I'm going to walk into it. So I've gone from thinking to playing. Often it's called commitment. Now you can see what I'm doing. I'm aiming my club over my point. I'm then taking my setup, and then these waggles I'm doing, they're not there to practice the golf swing, they're just there to keep me loose. I am looking at this shot. For me personally, I see the golf ball fly down to the target I want, have a look at it a few more times, and I'm ready to pull the trigger. And that one hasn't worked out exactly where I want it. But you know what? I did everything I wanted. Everything that I was doing in that was there, and it was going to give me the most consistent way of hitting a good shot without thinking too hard about my technique.
Yeah, and exactly. I think the pre-shot routine, it is there to give you the best chance possible. Yeah. It will not guarantee you're going to hit a good shot.
It can't guarantee. I mean, my shot, unfortunately, it's missed the target by about 15 yards right there. But in my head, I was convinced I was going to play the shot I wanted there. And a quick one. We've got some video footage of Sevi, and he was playing a chip shot, but he was walking into the ball, so the ball was on the ground, and he's walking in. He's got his golf club like so. He's walking in, looking at the target, looking at the target, looking at the target. He got to the point where his club head was that far from the golf ball, and he wasn't even looking at it. He was focusing so hard on what was going out in front. And Sevi's probably as good as anybody as getting the golf ball around the golf course. He could spray it and still put the ball in the hole because he was focusing on playing, maybe not so much on technique.
Yeah, I think there's so much technical information available. You know, obviously we're providing plenty of information to do with the technique, which is great. You've got to take that on board, which is perfect, but understanding how to apply it on the golf course is really key. And there's changes that we make on our swing that we're able to sort of gradually introduce on the golf course by having this efficient routine that just allows us to work on it really.
Definitely think first.
Think, play.
Then play.
It will definitely help you out. Okay guys, if you've got any other routines that you use that help you focus on the playing on the golf course, we'd love to hear them. Post your comments and let us know if that's going to help. Give it a try, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you soon.